first about the reading process. Okay, so my hope is that I can give you an overview of what reading entails. Tapos, saan ba ito? Anong katuturan ang pinaggagawa po natin as teachers in the classroom, especially when it comes to reading and writing skills? So, tignan ko po Ready na po ba lahat? Oo! Ang bilis talaga Impressive. Okay. So, ngayon, I'll just give you for the game later medyo may game tayo sa huling part ng presentation na ito. I just want to give each of your tables a chance to come up with your buzzword. Usually may buzzword ako for the whole session with Mongga. Kayo ngayon, per table. Table number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Come up with your unique buzzword. Pag kunyari, meron na po kayong unique buzzword, dapat sabay-sabay ninyong sabihin as fast as you can. Pag hindi niyo po sinabi, baka magamit na ng iba. For example, sila ang napili nila, charot. Sasabihin na lahat, charot! Pero kailangan sabay-sabay. Okay? O, tignan natin kung sino ang unang makakaisip ng kanilang buzzword. Ready, get, go! Dali, okay, I'll point to your table kasi parang ready na kayo Okay, ready, get, go!
China oil, China oil.
Chicken!
Sana all!
Ay, hindi pa sila. Nag-agree Isa pa. Lakas ng Okay, ready, get, go!
Sana all!
Pag may second chance talaga. Durang kami. Ano mo yun ba?
Durang kami.
Durang kami. Alright, parang ayaw sumali natin, no? Sige, isa pa, ready, go! Aminado sila. Kailangan second chance. Ready, go! Ang dami nyo ang mali. Makibahagi naman kayo sa mali niyan. Ready, go! Wow! No playing ang password yan. So mamaya may naroon tayo. Tignan natin kung nakikita nyo. Kung ano yung sagot. So, para rin, for us to facilitate, kung nakikinig pa kayo sa akin, I'm going to say, all eyes here. Ang sagot nyo, all eyes there. All eyes here?
All eyes there.
Excellent. Ito ba yung pagpasa? Paano? Yes. It's light on the details. If you're going to read every day, even you will be enlightened. Kasi po, dahil maraming dahil malalaman natin yung mga bagay-bagay sa araw-araw o kaya yung iba pang mga nakaraan kung magbabasa tayo lagi. Yes, ma'am. Mastermind na naman.
Yan.
Hindi siya kasi bababasa
parang
mo.
bata ang damit yan
Yes. So looking at, enlightenment that you see here, kasi nga naman, napakaraming ilaw. Pula pa. So, because there is traffic, anong decision ang gagawin niyo? Sasabak? Di sasabak? Reading, what does it say therefore about reading? Reading requires understanding of a situation and what were you forced to make? A decision. Meron siyang kasamang decision making. Sana, once you understand the situation, you respond and decide on it. Is this reading? Ginagawa natin na araw-araw, Lalo sa Pilipinas, may bagyo ba? May pasok ba? Nasa na po ang announcement ni Mayor? Is this reading? What are we looking at here? What are we reading here? The weather. Very good. And what do we see out in the sky? We look at the clouds, we look at the color, we look at how much, we look at the speed of the wind. Yes? All of those things are actually part of reading. Why? Ano po ang consequence dapat ng ating pagtingin sa kalangitan?
Para po maghahanda tayo if ever na uulan or
It makes us decide, di ba? Anong outfit ko today? Di ba? Mini skirt, wag muna. High heels, wag muna. White rubber shoes, wag muna. Di ba? So all of these, no, we don't know, are part of reading. But reading real life things. Eto po. Pagbasa ko pa yan. Noong 6 na taong gulang po ako, nagkasakit ako. Dinala ko sa iba't ibang doktor. Pero wala po silang magawa para sa akin. I used to kaya, magpabukas po kayo sa akin ng kahit anong bote, kaya kong buksan. Kahit masikip na masikip. Kasi, ang lakad ko po nung age kong yun, pagkapang. Kamay yung ginagamit ko pang lakad dun sa, alam ko yung amoy ng alikabok. Kasi, pagkapang ako. Pero nung may nakita ko yung manang o lola na nakakatakot, mukhang bruka. Mukha talaga siyang witch kasi gray hair, stringy hair, stuffy figure. Tapos, hiniga niya ako sa isang kama, hawak-hawak yung kamay ng nanay ko. May kinain siya na mukhang bagoong, pero hindi amoy bagoong. Kinain niya. Tapos binugabugan niya sa akin. Tapos meron siyang basin o planggana sa dulo ng paa ko. Tapos binubulong-bulungan niya yung planggana yun. Tapos yung legs ko umitim. Really black. And then I was healed. Kaya, amazing yung reading that we're not familiar with. May iba na nakakabasa ng mundo in a different way, correct? Meron iba na may third eye. Kasama rin yan siguro sa pagbabasa. Pero hindi ako ganon. Wala akong third eye. Ito ba yung pagbasa? Pagpiligan natin ang batang ito. Kadalasan naman, no? Yan ang nakikita niyo sa classroom. Kahit matatanda ng mga estudyante niyo, may nakikita pa rin kayo ganyan. Mahiyain. Diba? Nag-aalala siguro. But we also read facial expressions. And these facial expressions also give us insight to what people are feeling. Kaya ang pagbasa ay hindi lamang kung ano yung nakikita mo sa mundo, but it is also interpersonal. Kaya pag tinignan natin, ano bang hinahanda natin na literacy skill talaga sa mga kabataan? What does it mean to understand the world? What does it mean to read the world? Sabi nga ni Paulo Freire, paborito ko po yung philosopher. Siya po ang nagsulat ng Pedagogy of the Oppressed. Sabi nga niya, it is very important not only for us to read the Word, but to read the world. Minsan yun yung mahirap, no? Deadma sa karamdaman ng isa't isa. Kaya siguro maraming away. Ito po ang pangkaraniwan natin. Pagbasa, ano ba to? Wabong? O diba? Letters lang, nabuo na natin ang buong pamagat. Ang talino ng pagkakagawa ni Babong nito. I find this very cool. Dami na nagbasa niyan at napakaganda po nito. Basahin niyo po. Ay, binabasa niyo na ba? High school kasi, di ba? Dapat natama na yan. They love this, no? So, this reading. Yan ang mas kilala natin pagbasa sa classroom, no? Ang pagbasa ng mga novelet, pagbasa ng mga short story, pagbasa ng mga tula, di ba? Ng mga speech, yan, mga play. Yan ang binibigyan natin ng kasanayan ng ating mga estudyante na basahin. Okay? But again, how relevant are these things that we have them read in real life? We'll look at it a bit more later. Kasi what is reading? Reading means approaching something that is just coming into being. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Umuusbong pa lamang ang kahulugan. Kanino galing yung kahulugan na yan? Sa mga babasa. So reading is our responsibility. Creating meaning from what we read is our task, our job. Ang tanong ay, are we ready? Diba? Nung pagdating ko po dito, bilang estudyante sa UP, hindi po ako handa Sa hirap ng pinagpapabasa ng mga teacher namin dito, hindi po ko handa. Ilang buwan din po ko umiyak. Bago ko natanggap na, ganito pala talaga sa hirap magbasa na. Diba? STS reading, Science and Technology reading. Sabi ko, talagang dapat may kasanayan ako. Paano ko yun? Pagyayamanin. Pag labas ko ng high school, ako ay handa ba sa kolehiyo? Nung sa isang pananalisik, I'm part of ang RC na bakit po kayo na earlier. Isa sa napansin nila ay yung sa chemistry, inaaral nila yung chemistry in high school. At ba't nahihirapan ang mga bata na matutunan ang mga topics? Ang na-realize nila is that hindi handa yung mga bata for that topic. Ang dami mo pang kailangan ihapon. Nakikita ba natin ito sa pagbasa? Yes. And that's why we're here. Nakikita rin po natin na maraming nahihirapan magbasa. Hindi lamang sa English, pati sa Filipino. At kagulat-gulat yun, kasi Filipino dapat ang pambansang wika natin. Pero hindi yun accepted. Alright, so, mag-workshop muna tayo. Nasa po ang ating mga handout. Yung first handout po natin, i-distribute po natin sa ating mga participants. Sam, Carlo. Oo, Kylie. Ay, yung Pilipinas nga pala. Alright. Kylie.
Bongga!
Wow. Sige, fold the paper that I gave you, the handout, and write your name at the back. Isulat ang pangalan sa likod, kahit anong hati. Isulat ang pangalan sa likod at yan ang gagamitin natin, ang likod. Takot ata sa sagot. Because again, you wonder, alin part yung really good reading? Alin yung sa tingin yung pareho kayo sa kanya ng sinabi? Yes, there is a woman who's making a boat. Oh, I'm confident now. Correct. Everybody got that sentence correct. Yes? Yes, very good. Now, dun sa second sentence, dun ata tayo nagkaiba. Okay, can you let me know what the second sentence is for the other? Kasi she did mention a boot. Boot. What does that say about reading? Minsan, no, we catch on those keywords. And that helps. Correct? Good reading means, hinahanap mo yung important words and you try to remember those and put them in your summary. Yes? So, kilala niya kung sino yung bida sa kwento, ginagawa ng bida, and she caught on keywords. One of it is boot. Did anyone else write boot? Yeah. So, what does that say about your reading? You are able to spot important words and put that in your summary. Is that good reading? Yes. Importante to find keywords. Yung iba, sinulat ba yung boot? No, bakit? Did boot bother you? Okay, bongga. In what way did boot bother you?
Bongga.
In what way? Sa paanong paraan? Yes.
Inappropriate to be used in the text because the topic is about a woman making a boat instead of a basement. So it's something, it has nothing to do with the entire text.
So that's another quality of good readers. So kanina you find the keywords. But another quality of good readers is you look at it in relation to the other words, correct? So alin yung katabi dapat ng boot? Dapat hindi boot yun, di ba? Dapat siya ay
Medyas.
boot. Ba't nyo alam? That's another body of knowledge that all of us have within. Kung na-bother kayo, then you are good readers. Kasi alam nyo na boot and boat are there, you acknowledge that they're there, but they shouldn't be there. Correct? Alright. Ano ngayon yung difference ng boot and boat? Pronunciation? Yes?
Spelling.
Pag tinignan niyo, spelling pa lang, di ba? B-O-O-T and B-O-A-T. So, that's another body of knowledge you put in. Wrong spelling ito. Dapat palitan. What else? Meaning. Pag inisip niyo ang boat, ang laki, how grand. At lumulutang-lutang pa. And when you imagine a boat, yung mota, di ba? Madalas yung mota yung naiisip nyo. You have a visual of that. Another body of knowledge. Knowledge of meanings. Ang galing. That's what we have as good readers. What else? Pronunciation. That is part of the graphophonic understanding of how language works. Again, another body of knowledge. Ang dami natin alam. But what else bothers you? Hindi na ata yung food and bone yung problema. Sige nga. What else bothers you, sir? Yes.
Yung part na sa basement ginawa yung boat, tapos yung lalabas sa pinto.
Illogical, no, sir?
Medyo mahirap gawin.
That was a big mistake. So, pang anong museum na lang siya. No? Very good. May isa pa, ma'am. Cswcd in the mind. Ano pa? So,
nakita ko lang po ma'am yung nasa last sentence. He should plan ahead. Na-realize niya po yun.
she should have planned ahead. So if you look at should have, balikan natin ano ang itsura ng should have dyan? Tama, mali? Mali! Pero kung medyo islang ka, pinansin yan, should have. Pwede naman. Pero mali yung word, correct? Why do you know? Grammar! Again, another body of knowledge. Ang dami na natin pinagsama-sama. Okay. All of these are bodies of knowledge that we put together in the reading task. Ang dami niyo palang alam about these processes. Ano pa mali? Were you bothered by this part? Diba? As you read, had to take the whole up part, parang na-bother kayo dun sa teka, dapat magkasama yan. Correct? Nag-pause pa kayo. That's another. Meron pa? Again. Oh, sige ma'am. Some didn't notice this. Tingnan nyo, if you notice this. At first, I thought, though po ba yun? Though the door or through the door? Very good. So she stopped. Though the door ba yan or through the door? Very good. Good readers fix it. Galing nyo. Good readers fix what they see is wrong. And you replace it with the correct word. Hindi siya though. But you pronounced it well, pero hindi siya bagay. Meron pa ma'am? Yes, very good. Ano yung dapat pronoun dyan? She. Hindi siya consistent. Bakit may he dyan? Sino na ang bagong character yun? Or medyo nito yung nagsulat nito. Alright? What else? Meron pa ba? Yes, ma'am. Yes, yung apart na you stop apart instead of apart. May napansin pa. Sometimes good readers also miss out on words they don't need.
Dalawa.
Let's read this again. When
Finish
she had
data.
pansin? May double TH, napansin niyo yan? Actually, hindi. Good readers skip what you don't need. So you have a lot of characteristics of good readers. But what's good? You know how to manage. Alam niyo kung kailan to add, to take away. Alam niyo kung kailan to fix and to retain. Alam niyo kung kailan to put ideas together or to take them apart. That is what reading is about. Reading is about looking at all of these processes. Tignan naman natin, how good a reader are you? Are you good readers?
Bongga.
Try natin. Ready, get set, go! Did you do a good job? No?
Why? Why not? Very good. There is a lack of understanding. Okay? It is important for us to remember that reading is about understanding, which is why this bothered you so much. You wanted to understand it. You came with good intentions. Ako yung may ill intention. Pinahirapan ko kayo. I picked the text that has a lot of errors. Not okay. Kaya nga kinagagalitan natin ang textbook na hindi maayos, no? Kasi kailangan talaga error-free sana, neatly organized and put together ideas. This one has no meaning. But what's important to take away here? The important thing is to remember that reading involves managing friends. Meron at meron punto na kailangan mo tingnan ng teksto at kailangan mo siyang bigkasin. Not out loud sa high school, but in your head. Mabigkas mo siyang maayos para yung daloy ng pagbigkas na yon, or what you call fluency, ay nakakalinaw sa ideya kaysa nakakagulo. But when you read like a robot, you get, di ba? Masakit sa ulo kasi inaantay mo matapos yung sentence, hindi mo mabuo. Alright? So, processing is sometimes, yes, initiated by the mechanical skill or the decoding task. Meron siyang mechanical part. Yung pagkabihasa sa pagtingin sa print at sabihin na yan ay there is a mechanical task. Okay? Yan ang kukunin natin kay Philip Go. And what else is he saying? No? Tignan niyo yung mga nabanggit niya earlier. Nabanggit niya dito. Those are the processes that you used earlier. We'll talk about that more in a bit. Alright. So, Charles Fries supports that idea. Sabi nga niya, learning to read means developing a considerable range of habitual responses to a specific set of patterns of graphic shapes. Ano yung graphic shapes na yun? Letters. And bakit siya habitual? Kasi dapat may automaticity. Diba, after key stage 1, ang expectation ng grade 4 and up, automatic na yung pagbasa. That is the goal sana. Wala pa po tayo doon. But we all have to work towards getting students there. Dahil ang dami nating print-based na pag-aaral. We need to teach them the mechanical part too, so that they can get to the meaning part. Okay? Open your handouts, go to the next page, page 2. Alright? Page 2, page 2. Ay, page 3 naman na tayo. Page 2. Go to page 2. Alright. So, it's like a mushroom, good, yes. What else is it, you think? Sa kanila, brain. You think it's the brain? What lets you know that it's a brain? The mention of neurons. What else? Glial cells. What else? Crown, the size of a hat. What else? Myriad of functions. Kung nasa bio kayo sa lab, di ba? It is gelatinous in its consistency. Correct? If you preserve the brain in bio. Yes, this is correct. You are correct. This is from I Am Joe's brain. And where did all of that information about the brain come from? You were throwing me words. Neurons, glial cells. Saan yan galing? Reading from where? From different, what kind of books? Science books. So from your science books and science teachers, yes? Ang layo na pinagputan nyo. Diba? Elementary, high school maybe. All of that is part of your experience in your learning already. And that's what you call stock knowledge or domain knowledge. So yun ang isang hugot nito. But what else? Sabi nyo, there are words there that give you the clue. Anong words yun? Neurons, glial cells. You have the vocabulary for it. You know the language. So there are two things we're looking at, yes? You know the language that's being used, no matter how technical, gets niya siya, but you also have the experience because you've talked about it a long time ago. So yun yung two ingredients natin, okay? Kung kanina bottom up, no, looking at the mechanical skill towards meaning, ito naman, you were anchoring upon what the
reader knows. You are looking at what the reader has. So ako, meron akong prior knowledge, meron din akong knowledge of language. So yun yung ginagamit ko muna para maintindihan ko ang teksto. This requires a lot of guessing or putting things together yourself. Turn to the next handout, please. So our next activity or part of this workshop is for you to see if you are a good reader. Are you a good reader?
Bongga!
Pa rin na? Alright, sige. Tignan natin. We're going to read that paragraph together, but you will fill in what's missing. Okay? Let's see if you are able to read it well. Ready? It says, work on it. Look at your work. Were you a good reader? Kasi tahimik na, oh. So, your task now is to talk to your seatmate. Kayo lang dalawa, ha? Kung wala ng partner, isa-isali nyo na. Okay? Pero maximum of 3, ha? Share your work with each other by reading each of your paragraphs out loud. Partner A, go!
Mason was running.
Kaya ang assistant and everyone
Recommended.
Parang walang sagot? Okay, so, what we're noticing here is the guessing is not
Yes.
accurate, is it?
Yes.
Iba-iba tayo ng hula. Pero na-impress ba kayo sa kwento ng katabi nyo?
Yes!
O sige nga, alin yung pinaka-impressive? Basahin nga
We
natin.
survived!
Ayan, o sige. Impressive yung sa partner mo? Hindi, hindi po. Sinaglag, gano'n. Let us volunteer your partner. Which do you find really cool? Okay, anong kwento? Ma'am, ito daw po. Mason was a manager. He had an assistant and ever loyal friend named Trisha. That morning, she came to the workplace very early to open the restaurant. After a few minutes, a customer came to ask a question. He wanted to know if he can order burger for his son. It wasn't long before the burger handed him the order for the man left a satisfied customer. Okay. Medyo hindi ng bagay yung burger, yung nakahanda order for, ha? Mga naman, anong worker? Oh, one of the workers. Oo, handling the order for. Oh, your wish is granted, may burger ka agad.
Pero sa
Nabanggit ng burger, may burger na kaagad. Impressive talagang yung iba yung madam. Instant gratification. But what we see here is iba-iba. O, sino naglagay na restaurant idea dyan? Aba, bakery. O, sige sir. Okay.
Hindi pala ako.
Mason was a baker. He had an assistant, an ever-loyal girlfriend named Trisha. That morning, she came to the shop very early to open the bakery. After a few minutes, a customer came to ask a question. He had to know if he can order a cake for his son. It wasn't long before the cake handed him the order for
Open? Hindi. Barely.
Diba? What did you take away from your
Cut ko yun, boy. Cut ko.
Iba talaga ang
Pag-video ko.
Which is why we need to look at objective assessment, but we also need to look at qualitative assessment. Kasi, if you explain your story, it's very plausible. And equally plausible yung, let's say, Mason was a doctor. Tama? He had an assistant and ever loyal
Wala kang burger?
nurse. So you can show that up naman. That morning she came to the hospital. Very early to open the clinic. Oh, after a few minutes,
Kape tayo?
patient came to ask the question. He wanted to know if he could order medicine for his son. It wasn't long before the nurse. Amazing how you can put that all together. But that's what we're saying. You have the capacity to put ideas together. Are we able to tap on the capacity of our students to do that piecing together? But remember, just piecing together is not reliable in itself. In the same way that the mechanical skill earlier is not reliable in itself. Just because you read print doesn't mean you comprehend. And just because you put ideas together, doesn't mean that is what is expected. Or yun yung point of view na pinag-uusapan, alright? I had an experience where I had my mom and my husband fill in or do this activity. And they had clearly different ideas because one was a medical student, aspiring to be a doctor then, and my mom was a teacher. Pero ang amazing yung how many did later. Bakit? May shared experience tayo about baby. Diba? How many did the doctor? Baka may doktor sa pamilya. How many had a girlfriend in it? Nah. Baka naman, yes, that is within your purview. Diba? Your relationship. Interesting. So, yes, reading is at some point, no, a psycholinguistic guessing game. But remember, it is the interaction of thought and language. And therefore, dapat pagyamanin natin yung interaction na yan. But there are many cues that we look into. Alright, so, sandali Alright. Let's try one more. Sandali Let's try one more. Look at the first page. Okay, look at the first page. What I'd like for you to do is to read that with me. Okay, let's read it all together. Ready, get set, go. Let's start from the title. Hindi ko na sabi. Let's start from the title. Ready, get set, go.
My player. Chuang Kwang Kwang Cheng.
We have a problem, yes? Yes, alright. Let's take a look therefore at that particular selection. Are we able to piece those ideas together? Second word. What could that second word be? Sabi natin, we need to deal with print. O sige, let's deal with that print. 2 letters lang yung second word eh. Pero yung third ma'am, parang yun ata yung sinasabi nyo. And. Okay? So, ano yung word, yung second word, kung and yung third word? 2 letters po yan. 2 and. Pwede? Parang hindi. Be and. Parang mahirap. 2 and. Go and. Baka dapat are. We are family. Pwede kaya yun? Okay. Is, are. Ay, mali pa rin. Is and. Mali pa rin. Is and. In the. Pwede. Is the. Pwede. Of the. Pwede. Okay. I'll give you a clue. Look at the second word. Ilang letters yan? The second letter is O. Kaya yung theory niya kanina. Second letter. Second letter is O. To. Very good. To the. Pwede. To the. So the. Yan lang. Nakausap pa tayo? Hindi pa rin. Okay. Now, look at the third word. The first letter of the third word is A. A, N, tama. A, N, ano kaya yung third letter ng third word? Any? Any kaya yan? To any? What other letter could the third letter be? A, N, why? Isa lang yung option? Is there any other word that exists that has A, N, and then and? Very good, and. Naku, that doesn't make sense though. To and. Mahirap. Okay? Alright. Let's see if we can guess what other letter is in the second word.
Di ba yung second word, 2 letters? Okay, what if I were to tell you that the second word begins with the letter K? Okay, what's the word? Ko. Okay. Kung ko yun, ano yung third word? Ah. Alright, so let's read that. Ko ang mahal Pilipinas. Okay, ko ang Pilipinas. Iniibig ko, okay, let's start. Iniibig ko ang Pilipinas, aking lupa, silangan, pinupukot ako,
Yan, pinag-aaralan. At minsan binibigyan ng baon.
Okay. Yung iba nagpapanggap pang nakatingin eh. Di ba? Pero actually, memoryado niya siya. Yan po yung interaction ng looking at prints and using what you know. Okay? So dahil yung mga simbolo-simbolo, inaaral naman niya sa school, di ba? How to write your letters, how to put them together, ano yung tamang orthografiya. Pero yung karanasan din, no? Because you say that every single day of your life with the students, di ba? Alam nyo ang panatang makabayan. Very good. At kitang-kita yung mga dated na ano, iba na yung panatang makabayan ngayon po. Okay? Alright. So that said, no? That is one of our workshops that tells us that you use what you need. Okay? So game. Tignan natin itong workshop na to, ha? Sabi nyo. O, sige. You use what you need. Do you know about balloons?
Bongga!
Ano siya yung bongga ko? You know
Bongga.
about balloons?
Bongga!
You know about sound waves?
Bongga!
You know about wires?
Bongga!
You know about voices?
Bongga!
You know about persons?
Bongga!
Ang dami. Okay, you know a lot about these things. Now let's see if we put all of those ideas together. Will you get this paragraph? Let's read all together. If the balloons since everything would be too far away from the correct floor. A closed window would also prevent the sound from carrying since most buildings tend to be well insulated. Since the whole operation depends upon a steady flow of electricity, a break in the middle of the wire would also cause problems. What's it about? A telephone? That's interesting. Any other guess? You know naman about sound. You know about balloons. You know about buildings and how they're insulated. You know about electricity. Is it about the telephone? Are we unsure? Do you need more information? All right, let me give you more then. Read this out loud. Of course, luminaw, lumabo. Sa iba parang mas lumabo pa, parang humirap. Now, you're unsure about your guess. Oo. Nagkaroon ng musical instrument. Ano ba ito? What is this about? Let's take a cue from the eraser head. Tignan natin, ha? Will this help? Galing ni Bransford and Johnson. What do you see here? A man, and he has an instrument, and in front of him is a microphone, which is connected to the, what's this? A speaker, which brings sound to, ito pa ba? Ang harana. Harana ba yun? Tignan nga natin. Talaga ba? Does it make sense now? Why? Why does it make sense now? You read it naman kanina. Kasi may image na. At paano nakatulong yung image? May konteksto. So when we read, tama, we have the language, we have the background knowledge, we have the processes and skills. Pero pag di nyo get sa konteksto, kahit anong pagpipilit kung basahin nyo ulit yung dalawang slides na yan, you won't get it without that picture. Amazing, no? Si Bradford and Johnson. But favorite ko yan eh. Because it's the balloon story, but it's about harana. And reading those two slides, you would never think na harana siya. Correct? So that said, no? It's important for us to look at information processing. Alright? Let me show you some. So one of the ideas that I want for you to take away is that merong graphophonic correspondences. That's one of the cues that you were looking at dun sa boat in the basement. Not only that, we're looking also at syntactic knowledge, yung pagkakasunod-sunod ng words and grammar kanina. And of course, semantic knowledge, yung words and meanings. So, let me just quickly go through that here. When we talk about graphophonic information, kasama dun yung print, di ba? Yung pag-manage ng print. So, alam nyo, anong letter to? Alam na alam, eksperto. Diba? We know letter identity. That's already stored, no? You know that very well. Unfortunately, there are still some of the high schoolers, no, that I did get to assess. How difficulty pa rin with letter identity. Mayroon ako nakita estudyante na nalilito siya kung ito ay B or D. Kasi actually, it's just facing a different direction, but the form is the same. So, that is something that we need to figure out kasi there are students who are dyslexic or have difficulties with letter identity. But the other thing is, what's wrong with this line?
Space.
No spacing. Ang galing natin. Alam natin that letters come together to form words, letter groups. Pero some don't know how to cut that up. Lalo na pag batang-bata ka pa. You're just learning. Everything is one word. Pero Mama, I love you very much. All of that is one utterance lang. Hindi pa niya kayang i-break up yun. But as they get older in kinder, I am Teacher Hazel. Nakakount na nila yung words. Diba? By the steps that they take. Pag sinabing, manananggal tuloy. Halloween na kasi. Pamayanan. Ayan, 3 syllables. Yes? So, alam na nila na you can cut up a word into syllable parts. This one shows us that parang hirap pa. But letter groups are important. How about letter identity in terms of more than one identity? What's the sound of A? Ah. What's the sound of A here? Was. What's the sound of S? What's the sound of S here? Was. Oh, how about here? Saw. Lalo. Correct? Stub. Back. Walk. You don't say wax. So, letter identity gets complicated when there is more than one sound associated with syllables. At doon mahirap ang English. Unlike in Filipino, kung anong baybay siyang bigkas. That's not so in English. Anong mahirap sa Filipino? Ang haba. Anong mahirap sa Filipino? Ang vocabulary. Anong mahirap sa Filipino? Ang konteksto. Yeah? Okay, let's see. Next. Ito. Let's take a look at this one. Read this. One more time. Read this.
Rag.
Again. Read it. One more time. Ragged. Diba? Nadalo ko kayo doon Diba? This one is Brad. This one is ragged. Pero ba't ganon, diba? Magkaitsura naman. Ba't kailangan kung syllables pa yung isa? Ang daya ba? But English is like that. There are some complications. How about this one? So we know that some words may be counted in a different way. There's more than one syllable in one instance and one syllable in another. Here you know that magka-itsura pero iba ang tunog. That's graphophonic knowledge. You know when to turn it on. You know when to need it. Ito, I enter the context. Diba? The acceleration is in the first syllable. Why? It is a... What is it? Noun. Very good. I enter the context. It's a noun. Pero pag naging verb na siya, I want you... Ang lakas naman nun. Talaga. Aktivista. I want to contest the vote. So, even accentuation influences how you read. Pag sinabi mong contest, iba may imagine mo doon sa contest. Pag sinabi information, let's try. I drink milk. I love milk. I eat milk. Pastillas po yun. I need milk. Oh, as a breastfeeding mom, di ba? I produce milk. Yes. Okay. I supply milk. What else? The second line. The boy ate nuts. Possessive masyado. My boy ate nuts. So, why do we know that you can put those words like love, hate, eat, diba? You know that that kind of word requires a verb. Here, you know that it involves using an article. Ang galing natin, no? Ang dami nating alam. Natuturo ba natin ang bibig? He is a fool. Next. I left him. Convinced. Who was convinced? The speaker. O, wala naman siya, fool talaga siya, no? Either way. But that shows a difference of ideas based on grouping of words. Kaya kailangan natin tulungan sila to be able to make their ideas and group their words in such a way that it makes sense the way we intended it to be. Oh, let's read the first sentence. Before Tom, he was. Next, Tom what? Alright. What does it mean? What did he do first? Wash the dishes. So alam natin that he washed the dishes. Kahit na magkaiba pa ang word order, sometimes they have the same
Meaning.
Correct? Interesting, no? All of these things you need to understand. So this is syntactic information. Now, are you good readers?
Bongga.
Are you literate?
Bongga.
May quiz tayo, ah. Okay, basahin muna natin to, tapos may 5-point quiz tayo after. Let's read, go! The rubble. Alright, 20 sentences about the rubble. Very good, 1 point. Okay, what did the rubble do? Rasnak, very good. Rasnak what?
Slippery.
Ang galing objective dito, no? Alright, 2 points for reasoning. Why did he do this? 5/5. May naintindihan kayo? Wala. Amazing ang syntax, no? Before MTB, MLE, yan ang ginagamit ng mga bata to survive. Amazing talaga ang mga students natin. They would pick up the words because they know na yun yung hinahanap ng teacher. Diba? Alam niya yun. Pero naintindihan ba niya kung ano sinabi niya? Hindi. Pero nahahanap niya. Amazing, no? That's what reading is about. Finding what you need. But of course, if it is void of meaning, then wala siyang matuturan. Okay? Let me ito. Read. They were? Good paragraph? Terrible. Those are different ideas. So what did you say? Coherence matters. Okay? Aside from looking at graphophonic information in terms of letter sounds, identities, groupings to form words, we're looking at syntactic information, kinds of words, how to group them, how to put them together. Now we're looking at semantic information and how important it is to look for meaning. And here is where it has to cohere. Dapat yung sentences, kung pinagsama-sama mo, may ibig sabihin siya. Correct? Kasi what complicates things? What complicates things is that sometimes, when we look at the word club, iba-iba kasi ang ibig sabihin niya, kaya nalilito tayo. We have to know which to use at what time. The policeman brought a heavy club to the riot. Ano yung club doon? Batuta. Very good. The policeman is part of the chess club. Organization. The policeman took the club to the baseball game. Talaga? Sigurado kayo? Ambiguous na siya. Yan ang hirap. If you don't write well and come up with ambiguous statements, hindi ka malinaw.
Kaya dapat, inaano mo sa
Paano yan
statement.
ang babasahin mo?
Iba bata
How will
nagtatanong.
you
Sir, ano ibig sabihin
comprehend?
nito? Sabihin ka, gamitin mo sa pangungusap.
Yes? How about John persuaded the policeman that he should leave? Who should leave? He. Who's he?
John.
Who's he? Very good.
Policeman.
It should refer to, yes, the closest referent. You know your grammar, right? Dapat alam sana natin yung ganyan informasyon. And tide is one word. Iba yung may imagine ko kung tide at renewed. Up, iba yung may imagine ko, I just balloons in my head. But tied up is a totally different meaning over here. Nasa meaning siya. So all of this, no, the semantic part, we have to take into consideration so that the ideas are clear. Now let's see. Now here is tignan natin malinaw na to. Go.
Now here is a picture of what a hobbit looks like.
A short dwarfish figure, a cherub face and hair on the bottom of the feet are the three hobbit features. What race do the people they Clear? Na-imagine nyo. I like this paragraph so much kasi I imagine what a hobbit is and then ako correct yung visual image ko. Every part that says. A short dwarfish figure, lumiliit yung nasa brain ko. A cherub face, biglang bumabait yung mukha. Hair on the bottom of the feet, biglang nagkaka-hair. Yung ini-imagine ko. And then, bravery. Kakalas ng hand. So interesting how that process happens. Do we give students enough time so that the process unfolds? So lagi nila tayo in-rush, nagmamadali. We have to shepherd students through that process so that they can understand what is being read. Okay? So, what are we saying? We're saying that important yung graphophonic when we talked about the letters, important yung syntactic when we talked about the words and grammar, sequence of words and grammar, and semantic, words and their meaning, and schematic, what we know about the world. Sana, magamit natin at ma-utilize natin ito, and we help students utilize these things. Okay? So that said, alright? Okay, so, one more exercise on comprehension. Okay, let's take a look. Are you good readers? Let's try. Who is John? Everybody read. Alright.
He was terribly worried about the math lesson.
Who is John?
Student.
A student, really? Student? Can also be a teacher. Alright. It can also be the supervisor. Possibly. Okay.
Because my
Sino na natanggal? Student. Sino na titira? Teacher or
supervisor
supervisor.
was normal part of the dance.
So who is John? Anong lesson ito? Tapusin kasi. Read it in its completion. Diba? Completely. So that we're able to create meaning and understand. Okay? What we're trying to do. Alright. So quickly na lang.
Post ng kwento, wag post ng
I'll
post.
just take you through. Okay? I'll take you through. Okay, the stages. Okay? So meron tayong stages, Michelle. And kailangan makita niyo yung stages na to para makita niyo sana yung journey. No? Kasama sa key stage 1, okay, ng reform natin, is to make sure that these stages, no,
are given enough attention so that by the time they reach grade 4 onwards, they're good decoders and can learn to read. Yun ang pag-usapan ng teacher days later in terms of reading to learn. Right? So, stage 0 is the part where nagpapanggap ka magbasa. So, okay lang naman sa preschool, di ba? Kukuha sila ng libro, baliktad naman, magbasahin. Kala naman, galing-galing nila. Okay, yung anak ko, favorite word niya, pansit. Mga 2 years old siya nun. Tapos favorite din niya yung book na may characters, apat na characters na nabibigay. So, red hat, green hat, yellow hat. Tapos may 4 characters na palaging pagpakit pagkakabihis. Sabi niya, oops! So, ang basa niya sa akin, pansit, pansit, oops! Pansit, pansit, oops! Every turn ng page, pinapanggap niya yung pansit niya ay nasa libro. So, interesting yung ganun kasi they're trying. They see you read. They see the conventions of reading and they're trying to be part of that culture. Pero nakakabasa na ba? Pa naman. Pero nagpapanggap, okay lang. Pag stage 1, yan na yung may trial and error reading. Tinatry na nila i-sound out. Mama. Mama, anong basa dito? Diba? Kasi, meron na silang attachment to the printed word. Alam nila, may ibig sabihin ito eh. Pwede kong sabihin itong word na to eh. Diba? Kaya meron siyang word by word reading. Yun yung stage 1. Makikita mo to sa kinder, kinder to grade 1. Sa US hanggang grade 2. Sa English siguro, no? Sa atin ngayon. Makikita niyan sa grade 2. Pagdating sa stage 2, okay, yan yung reading to confirm existing knowledge. Nandito na tayo sa, bumibilis ang pagbasa, increasing yung speed and efficiency, and meron kang growth of sight words. Pabilis ko na pabilis magbasa, pero minsan ulitin mo pa siya. Naalala ko ito ng grade 3 ako eh. Babalikan ko yung binasa ko, para tama ba yung pagkakaintindi ko? Tumatawid ka naman sa meaning, pero minsan medyo mahirap pa. If you look at the last page out of that handout, you can write notes. So again, stage 0, pagpapanggap or pseudo reading. Can you write it down? Your handout? Last page na ata. Okay? Next. Mastery of alphabet and simple words are part of that. Stage 1, trial and error, decoding. You read out loud, and you try to make sound symbol association. You got it? Write it down. Sound symbol association, trial and error decoding. So, you read word for word. Pagdating sa stage 2, increase speed and efficiency na in reading. Okay? There's a growth of sight vocabulary. So, for example, words like because, said, the, tomorrow, assignment. Parang meron ka ng growth of sight words that you read. And sometimes you reread to try and see if you understood what you read. Okay? May ability ka. Kung ito, you read aloud. Ito, you read quietly. Nagsusab-vocalize ka pa and sometimes silently na. Nagsa-transition ka doon. Kaya nga, confirmation, fluency, and ungluing from print. Nasasanay ka na. So, second and third grade yan usually nangyayari. Pag stage 3, yan yung expected na stage 2. Dapat nagbabasa ka na para matuto. I remember in grade 5, nag-absent yung science teacher namin. She asked us to go to the library at i-research ang genetic engineering. Genetic engineering. She wanted us to find the meaning of it. Uso noon nung bata ako yung cloning. Yun yung new idea pa yung cloning at the time when I was young. So, ito na yung talagang silent reading. Kasi dito, di ba, meron siyang nagsusub-vocalize siya ng konti. Pero ito, silent na. Nagbabasa ka na to learn. Kaya lang dapat nag-a-assign ng reading. Siguro, grade 4 onwards. I'm amazed that, younger, or teachers for younger kids assign readings already so young. Hindi naman kailangan pa, no? Dapat dito pa lang
a-assign ng konti-konting readings until masanay hanggang high school. Dito rin magkakaroon ng summarization skills and the use of new vocabulary. O, tingnan natin dito, stage 4, multiple viewpoints. Here's where you compare ideas and discern a perspective. You read different ideas. I remember my high school teacher, taga-UP siya, kaya ko ata nagustuhan mag-UP. Taga-UP siya noon, nag-aaral ng law, tapos history teacher siya namin. Ginawa niya, binigyan kami niya ng 2 law books, history books. Tapos sinabi niya ako, alin sa tingin niyo ang totoong account of our history? Pwede palang tanongin yun. Nagulat ako. I didn't know that textbooks can be wrong. I didn't know that writers can have different perspectives about our history. Pero na-realize ko na, oo nga, no? May perspektibo yung nagsulat nito. And that made me a more critical reader. That is where you become more critical of what you read, no? I'm not saying that you don't understand what you read early on. Pero here is where you try and compare and look at, no? More of the similarities and differences, and look at the shades of meaning. Pero ang 5, construction and reconstruction, ang importante dito is, no, not only are you synthesizing what you're reading, pero may judgment of what you can read. You, to the point na you respond and you make your own philosophy. Okay? So, let's take a look at how we read here. Construction and reconstruction is you can skim, scan, study, you can prioritize portions of the text, and you can also respond to it. Alright, I'll give you some examples, tell me what they are. Selena was given a short story. She read the second word as that, then read it again as bought, and finally is back. What stage is that? What stage is that? Are you sure? Why? Trial. Galing. Very good. You are correct. It is stage 1. Good job. Patricia just finished reading a book on global warming that contained interviews from scientists and researchers. She decided to list down different points made by each group. What level is it? What stage is it? 4. Why 4? Comparing ideas. Perfect. Very good. So you're getting the hang of it. Let's look at the next one. Carlito was asked to answer question number 4. To answer this question, he read through the expository text silently and underlined important information. He also used his dictionary to unlock the meaning of a familiar word. Perfect. Ang galing nyo, grabe. Reading further, even you. Is your confidence up? Arnold's reading performance has improved. He was able to read Friends, Tomorrow, Teacher by the side. His continuous practice of the reading material made his reading sound like he was recalling it or reciting it from memory. Very good. Perfect. Okay, next. Wendy went to the bookshelf, picked a book, and sat beside her mother. Wendy was holding the book upside down. She started narrating the story of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. She ended her story by saying that dinner was ready and that Snow White had made them chicken noodle soup. Oh no, grabe pagpapaglap ito. Alright? So, are you ready to play? Parang hindi. Isa pa. Tommy believed that the Philippine system of government should shift to the parliamentary form. Tommy read the books and he was eager to compare his ideas. He wrote a position paper. Oh, now, are you ready to play?
Bongga!
Alright, let's play. Say your buzzword and I will ask what the answer is, ha? Pag alam nyo, say your buzzword. Let's try again your buzzword. Ready, get set, go!
Sana all, sana all.
Mag-isa na siya.
Sana all!
Green naman eh. Mahirapan sila, no? Kasi, ready, get set, let's play! Nestor Torres is ready in the Philippine Star. Ba't ganon? Nestor Torres is ready in the Philippine Star that President Gloria Macapagal-Arroyo would like Carlo Maparas to be a national artist. He just finished reading the biography of Dorothy. Right there and there, he proceeded to make a list of why he thinks Dorothy is worthy of being a national artist. He wrote an article explaining his position and sent it to his editor. What is this? Say your buzzword. stage 5. Alright, let's try the next one, Coming late from Quidditch practice, Harry ran quickly to the shelf and picked up an old potions book, owned by the Half-Blood Prince. He followed the recipe for making love potions so well that even though he had never made one before, he was able to do so exceptionally well. Professor Slughorn was pleased. You know the answer? Say your buzzword. Again, go! Together! What's the answer? 4. Anybody steal? Yes. As a group dapat, yes. Sean, ano? 5, 4, 3. Meron na steal ka? Okay, yes na. 3. Pareho mo. So, 4, 3. May iba bang sagot? Yes. 5. Okay. 4, 3, 5. Sino ang tama? 3. Okay. Just 5 points. Very good. Now, for 10 points. So, 1 kayo lahat, plus 5, 6. This is for 10 points. Sagan walked up to his mommy asking for a story. He showed her a ratty old book entitled Moo Cow Book. His mommy read each line and he read the last word on the page. This is how he read. Mom said, I'm your very own. Then my son said, ow. Then I read again, I like to go. And he said, no. I will with you. And he said, wow. Ready, get set, go! Yes. 5, 4, 8, 1. May iba ba bang opinion? Okay, ano? Sandali. 0 kayo. 0. Walang sumisigaw. Dapat lahat kayo. Okay. So, stage 1, stage 0. Ang sagot po natin ay 0. So, 11 points, 6 points, 1 na lang. Okay. Now, for 50 points, go! Sumel turned on the office computer and logged onto the website. On these sites, she was able to read about the different platforms that each candidate. A number of them have education as their top priority. She plans to monitor the campaign. Ready, get set, go! What's the yes! Stage 4! May kakalaban sa stage 4!
China oil.
May kakalaban sa 4? Yes! 4 pa rin yun. May sagot? Yes. 5. Yes. Ang sagot ay 4! So that was worth 50 points. O ito, 100 points na. Gigi was sitting with 2 other friends, Danny and Jerry. She was making a list of names to invite to her party. I'll put you both on my list. And she wrote the letters G-I-N-I and said Jimmy. Jimmy looked at his name and said, that's all wrong. You have to start with the letter J. Jerry goes on to say, yeah, Jimmy's name starts like mine. Ano ang stage ni Gigi? For 100 points, 1. May lalaban? Yes. 1 minute. May lalaban? 2. Sige, tignan natin. May lalaban pa? Pahuli. Okay. 1. Alright. Next. It has been Poe's dream to be the ultimate dragon warrior. As a young panda, he was overjoyed when his father gave him a set of power cards of the Furious 5. He could remember the time when his father first asked him, what can tigers, monkey, mantis, viper, and crane do? He didn't know what to say. He had to look through each card to answer his question. It was also new to him. So from then on, he vowed that he would know everything there is to know about the Furious 5. What are the? What did he say? Yeah. 3, 4, 500 points. 3. May nalaman. Sino po? 2. Okay. The answer is 3. Alright. Now, for 1,000 points. That's incredible. Was in the grocery store with his mom and ducked down to finish the social studies project on supply and demand. As they were walking down the aisle, Dash excitedly called out to his mother, Mama! Look at Jack Jack! What he can do! Dash then said, a can of Coke and Jack Jack would say, Coke, Coke! As soon as they got home, Dash told him, a can of 7-Up was so violet and he said, yes! Gusto ka niya manalo? 1! we have here, no, is basically looking at the role of the leader. It's important for us to know, right, anong stage ng leader para alam natin what we expect them to do. So kung stage 0, okay lang mag-pseudo reading. Pag stage 1, okay lang ang trial and error decoding. But remember, multilingual society tayo. So at grade 2, if nasa stage 1 ka pa lang sa English, okay lang ba yun? Oo naman. Okay? I need for you to understand that the stages move differently based on when you are exposed to the language. Alright? So wag masyadong hard. We really need to understand what the MTB MLE or Mother Tongue-Based Multilingual Education requires. Alright? So kung nagsa-trial and error decoding pa lang sila ng English, di ba? Pag grade 2. Expected sana yun. Kasi doon pa lang nila unang natututunan magbasa ng English. The stages will be different for language. Okay? And when we know what the responsibility of the reader is, then we can focus on the creation of meaning. Let's read this out loud. In creating the Are you generous? Oh, we shall see. Can we take a 5-minute break? And then we will do, thank you. And we will do the second part of the workshop. Maraming salamat. 5 minutes lang, ha?